I gotta find it really hard to vote against Nepo, honestly. Like, it did so much work last game. Like, I'm sure they're gonna put some more pressure on it, try and stop it from free farming, at least in the first, like, 20 minutes. So, I'm expecting it's an entirely different game from game 2, but also, you know, put the pressure on TA2000. Like, you kind of have to.
Yeah, hold up, no, man. We got way more important stuff.
Yeah, we
so
do.
Malik just tipped ATF. ATF then hit with the question mark. Amar's confused, but Malik doesn't type a response. We don't understand the meaning of the question mark from Amar, but then also don't know the meaning. I mean, we know the meaning because it's the tip, but why the tip, Malik? Are you trying to get underneath Amar's skin? Is he already uneasy entering this third game? Am I just waffling?
Indeed.
I'm waffling.
You're waffling with all of our thoughts in your mind, though.
Exactly.
These are the questions we're asking. I think it's because Amar was getting nippy at the start of game 1. No, game 2.
But that's because Noob all chatted the Lena voice lines. And then Amar told someone to punch Noob in the face, which was, again, he crossed the line. But no one did, luckily. Noob's delightful face is intact. So maybe Malik was tipping Amar for saying... Maybe that was his punch to Amar. Virtually. Through tip.
Maybe. All I know is that Amar had a pretty substandard Conquer performance last game.
Just to be clear, guys, this is only for anyone who was watching the start of Game 2. If you didn't watch the start of Game 2, then you must think that we are idiots right now. So I apologize if you're just tuning in.
We don't know how this works, dude. They've got mad FOMO. That's what's happening. They're like, oh man, I don't know the cool thing that's happened that's going on. Meanwhile, Maureen's able to draw first blood just by running down poor old Kaori. His heals were not enough to save the day. That'll be a nice little start to the lane for the Monkey King. In fact, an incredible start to the lane for the Monkey King.
Yeah, it's going to hurt our opinion on the lane a little bit, because if Maureen suddenly pops off, it might be because he just started with a free Wraith Band and a pack of tangos. And we will see. Noob starting the lane with it tonight.
Ooh, you already see something happening here, though. Noob's actually done the rare thing of taking Uproar. But he knows that, like Malrine, the way he plays this lane is by hitting the guy and getting the Jingu off, so... Yeah, already a cool interaction between the two heroes to start things off. A nice timing on that Uproar to dodge a bit of the damage from the Boundless Strike.
Yeah, Monkey King yet to get a CS.
Yeah, he's struggling a little bit, for sure.
He only got 1 CS, actually, and a couple of waves like this is pretty awkward.
It's just a big old beast in his way. Very hard to look past him to see anything else.
Need reconnect. Monkey King bugged. He probably have the model bugged where you don't... So sometimes Monkey King, he loses his hero, and it's just this, like the cloves that are in a rigid position, so you don't actually see the right clicks or anything sometimes.
Yeah, that is a super annoying one.
ATF excuses. I mean, we could all chat the CS right now of Monkey King. I'm pretty sure Amar will stop all chatting when he knows his mid laner is 6 CS down in 1 minute.
yeah, that'd be a harsh statistic to wake up to, but man, he's getting everything right now.
Oh god.
He does have to back away, despite having all these Uproar stacks. You know, it's kind of like a consolation more than a counter. I mean, and this is going to affect his game, you know, like not having 440 it's just a little bit of damage you're lacking.
Oh, admin's piping up. Everything okay? Don't know if Noob's going to respond mid-laning phase, but...
Yeah. Just stand still. This is like 8 CS. Yeah, we're all good. Thank you for asking.
Admin's just tuned in from the moon. Just so much ping.
So top lane. This is a lane I was very interested in. I do want to see how this one kind of goes down because I feel like it's not a good lane. But I like being wrong. I like being proven wrong. Of course, we have the Blood Grenade on the Batrider. He's gone for the Flame Break. I do feel like Skidder kind of just free farms. It does its own thing.
Yeah, pretty much. It's the value of the Weaver. And like I said, right, they've both got sticks. They understand that it's a very high spammable lane up here, and yeah, you're going to be farming up. It's going to be very efficient on all parties, really, on the side lane to hit creeps. Kill potential normally comes out through the misposition of heroes, right? If Corey steps up and a shockwave and a death, same thing with me. It's just don't overstep your mark, and then everyone's allowed to evenly kill and crit. He steps a little bit too close, and yeah. Tanks a lot. 3-minute Lotus goes the way of Enchantress, and in top lane,
I think we're seeing some stuff happening in the middle lane right now, which we should probably talk about, because Noob, he realized that this lane wasn't really going his way, so he decided to drag the creep wave over to the side to try and, you know, not be hit by Malrine over and over again. And Malrine had to kind of follow him and drag his own wave over across as well, but then he actually managed to boundless strike Noob as he was trying to trample down the wave, so he didn't get the wave killed. And he was just kind of sitting there with like 3 creeps, which he couldn't finish off. And now the Monkey King's, well, he's ahead, and I think he's going to stay ahead somehow. Yeah,
it's Monkey King against melee. I was looking forward to seeing if there was any Primal Beast tech to be able to overwhelm the Monkey King, but yeah, clearly this isn't the case.
Skidder.
He gets the levels, and yeah, it's just a normal melee matchup. And Skidder has a big 3 second for Sakuchi.
Yeah, he went for a really aggressive play onto Malik there, kind of like chasing him under tower a bit. And Omar, of course, takes full advantage of that when Sakuchi is down with the Blood Grenade and a Flame Break. So Firefly on top of him. It's going to be a lot of damage for the Weaver. Again, doesn't go down, but taking a lot of harassment, making him all uncomfortable in this lane. Crit actually took the long walk back to lane. Back to base, sorry, as Amar gets the kill onto TA2000, catches him out. Cheeky little shockwave, cheeky little skewer, and down goes the Meepo. And a tip comes away as well. Well, certainly not repeating last game, because he didn't have a single death in the last game, but am I able to sort that one out? Now Bushwhack forward onto Kaori. Kaori being dragged back as well. Right click's coming through, so much damage being dealt from Amar. Needs one more click. Not sure he's going to find it. Heals come through from Kaori and keep him alive, as well as the enchant to make sure that he gets out of there okay. Primal heading to the bottom side, just looking for the bounty rune. Probably not going to follow up the gank here. It's a little forced.
Yeah, sometimes Primals in bad lanes do this, right? They make this move around 5 minutes, and Amar, he's getting punched in top lane.
Yep.
Breaks the tree of his ally.
Yeah, well, it wouldn't have changed anything, but yeah, still ends up going down regardless. Skidder low, but probably not quite low enough. Even using the Geminate to get the courier kill as well. Nicely done from Skidder. Damn, look at the CS right now. It's looking very red to me. It's looking very Falcon. Like, mid lane is just a complete wash. Skidder has been doing pretty great as well, of course. Might start to struggle now that he's on such low HP. Needs to get some sort of HP regen from somewhere. And Malrine just following Noob around the map as well. Noob once again trying to lead the creeps on a merry chase. Trying to find somewhere safe to farm. Maybe go and take them to the hard camp, trample them both down. Certainly seems like a plan. But look who's here. Malrine is not giving this guy a break right now. Dude, look at this aggression. This is crazy from him.
It's the way that Monkey Kings play, right? Like, once you start from the mid lane and you have this early lead, you just keep forcing the moves. If Noob doesn't want to rotate to get a kill, he's going to take the charge, right? And it helps with the 6-minute haste rune. It just simplifies that rotation. And in his absence, Crit quickly gets some levels in bot lane. And again, we aren't really seeing... Actually, wait, hold up. Bat Rider goes down as well. And
yeah, just
they're contesting 7. We've not seen this for best part of today, actually. An aggressive wisdom room take, and now double wisdom for Falcons.
Ooh. That's pretty bad. Malrine and Amar both getting wisdom runes there. A lot of XP going their way, and yeah, this Enchantress and this Bat Rider not going to be too happy about it. Bat Rider especially very, very reliant on that level 6 as they just turn on Malik here. The 3 Falcons descend upon him and peck away. This is honestly getting a little bit out of hand, I'd say. I guess the Meepo's doing all right, but I'm a little bit worried about the fact that Noob is just not really having a game. Malik not really having much to say in the top lane. Where's the aggression going to come from Quest? Like, where is the playmaking potential going to come from them? Because you can't just leave the Meepo to just do nothing. I mean, I guess that's what they did last game, and they got away with it, so...
It is all on Noob. Noob needs to find some entry to a fight somewhere. isn't really happening. They go to mid, yep.
Yep, certainly do. Bushwhack is out, Malrine is there, getting the Jingu off, and then blasting him down with a boundless strike. The uproar idea, it was cute, but it's not really doing enough. I mean, he still just left it as 1 point as well, because you need the other points to be effective, but...
Alright, so today we learned there isn't any cool things Primal Beast can do against Monkey King. It is just Monkey King slapping Primal out of the lane. So, we all learned a lesson today, guys, which is... yeah, 2 out of 3 games, Noob's lost his tower before 10 minutes.
Less than ideal. Less than ideal.
I mean,
we promise this guy is very good.
Yeah, but also Malrine is picking after the fact, right? Noob sacrifices his pick position to then Malrine then sees it all and picks his hero. So it is technically after a counter pick, but either way, it is devastating for PSG Quest that they are losing the mid lane in this fashion now. And it's on Falcons to kind of keep this momentum. Of course, a Monkey King scaling into the game. You can go Mage Slayer to deal with the cheap magic damage early on. If you really want, you can get an Axe down the line, and they're killing off Enchantress with a level 6 Crystal Maiden pre 10 minutes. Nico's trying to get involved.
He's trying to bring down the CM. Crit is here as well, but won't be able to help out. No Bushwhack available since he used it for the kill before. Omar is low, but not low enough. Noob comes in, looking for the squirrel. Going to be a very tricky kill indeed, though, and they do have the vision in this area on the Falcons, so it's going to be extra hard for Noob to really commit to this fight. And now he sees the monkey as well. It's just like, nope, fuck that. I want nothing to do with that guy. He sucks. Honestly, like, you could already see Falcons trying to adjust from last game and trying to put some pressure on this Meepo. So they place the ward down deep into the enemy jungle, you know, that kind of creep corridor which he likes to farm so much. They bring both supports as well. In addition to that, the fact they got both the Wisdom Runes, they're making use of that. They're sending their supports in, and they're getting work done. Meanwhile, the enemy supports can't do anything, you know, like Enchantress, who's level 6 there, doesn't die, at least not as quickly to a Monkey King. But no Wisdom Runes. Feels bad.
It feels very bad, man. Also, one of the things, like from Amar, right? Often on Magnus, you see like Shockwave and Skewer and the spam there. He's going straight up for 4 points in power. He only cares about the efficiencies of his own game. He's going to put it onto his Monkey King. He's going to keep just getting all the items that he needs. And yeah, I think Malrine, the way that he's been playing right now is exactly what you want. The Meepo scared to jungle. At any minute, you can die. If he syncs up with the CM or the Hoodwink, it's even more kill potential. You know, Snaking's free farming in the mid lane. He might get jumped, but I have to say that Noob is playing a very scared game. We're yet to see him try and make a move. Of course, he can't really rotate onto a Weaver top lane because that's Sakuchi, that disengage factor. And going onto a Magnus bottom, Skewer under turret, probably uncomfortable as well, right? But the fact that Noob is 0-1-0, hasn't made a single move on the map, 3,700 net worth, only 700 above the Hoodwink. It is a very awkward position now for PSG Quest. Your main playmaker is fully out of the game.
Yeah, it's tough. Start wondering, like, you know, what points do we start to... Oh, hold on. We've got Omar being jumped here by Malrine and Snaking. They're going to be able to take him down again. Hoodwink trying to help out from the sidelines as well with the sharpshooter.
Mid tower does fall to the Dark Troll Summoner, so a little bit of map progression from PSG Quest, but yeah, the map state is not feeling good. Diffusal Blade picked up by the Meepo. I think if you're PSG Quest, you really are just hoping for the Meepo, please farm your Axe, get there. Okay, once we're there, we can make our big explosive plays, but until then, just respect the fact that there is so much kill. And Snaking, 4 points in the Frostbite into ultimate.
Well, he trying to get himself away. Another Timber Chain is now available. If he can run away to the tree lines and get away from Skidder, yes, he can. Meanwhile, Primal jumps in immediately. Just everything thrown on him. I mean, a Wukong's command, a sharpshooter, everything bought the way off Noob, forcing him down. He's going to end up dying here. It's now a mega kill streak for Malrine. 5-0. This Monkey King is absolutely out of control.
Yeah, and Noob just has nothing, right? The first time that he really enters an engagement, instant boundless strike from Malrine. He has Noob's number, and he's unable to hold on to that pulverize for any longer than a split second. And this is devastating if you're PSG Quest. It is such a hard game to get back into.
10
The
and 1
difference here
scoreline
is
right now. 5k gold advantage on the side of Falcons. Like, this is becoming a kind of untenable situation for Quest.
And the difference here is like Malik on a Mars or okay,
Meepo
Mars
get jumped to the
getting
bottom
jumped.
side. RP thrown down. Sharpshooter as well coming on out there. It is tanked by the sub-primer Meepo, the one they're not going on. Now Noob can actually come in and they can look for the turnaround. Amar, he's actually going to get brought down here, but they will get the Meepo kill in return. Crit running to the tree lines. He's going to get himself out.
Okay, so Meepo gets the kill before he dies. Hoodwink then gets solo XP for killing the Meepo, but still very, very uncomfortable.
They're going to continue the fight though, as Marine comes across looking for his best friend Noob. Noob trying to get away, but that's not going to happen.
Irene was looking for a brief second and yeah, like I was saying, the difference here is the comeback potential from PSG Quest has always been built around their offlaner having some form of initiation to lean on, right? When the game gets tough, having a blink stun is always going to be pivotal in any comeback. This time around, you have a Timbersaw. So you're not leading the game forward, you know, you're not dictating where towers are being pressured, you're not threatening heroes with your spells, your pure damage. Instead, you're playing from behind, and there's an Enchantress, a Batarang. So there's zero pick-off potential, and the Primal has no game. So it's even harder for PSG Quest to find that magic, right? Because they are lacking the resources they had available in previous comebacks that they've shown us so far in the qualifiers.
Yeah, it's I don't know, like in Quest, you got to show us some real magic coming out here, but unfortunately Snakey and catching the Meepo out in the middle lane, way too far up, and they're going to be able to take him down regardless. And this is what I mentioned, like when we came into this series, you know, something I talked about was the fact that Quest, they don't play that well from behind, and when Falcons can get the early lead on them, you know, that's basically what we saw last qualifiers in the grand finals. 3 games where Falcons were just kind of dominant. And there was like 1 comeback, but 2...
I would argue that PSG Quest have shown improvements in that regard, right? Like a couple of the games have been lose lanes and then break the game around 20. Yeah. So they're kind of making those steps at improving, but it's just not the case right now as Omar gets picked off by Amar.
The Omar and Amar action.
Yeah.
That we all came here for, and once again, looking for the Meepo. They're getting revenge for last game, that's for sure. Just pressuring him up, forcing him out. They don't want him to feel comfortable on any point of the map.
It feels like they kind of fell into a trap that Falcons were setting, right? Like they didn't ban the Meepo. It's like, we've already picked a foundation of a very skirmish-heavy lineup that can invade the jungle. If they want to pick Meepo, whatever. We have last pick in the draft, and that's exactly what's happened. Koyori shows for a second and they're dying, right? I really think it's down to Malik playing Timbersaw. I think if you're playing against Falcons, if you don't want them to play Timbersaw, you ban it out. I don't think you want to pick it up yourself unless you cushion the hero by picking up stuns elsewhere in the draft. I think PSG Quest kind of went down too much of a rabbit hole, and by the time that they were picking Meepo and picking Primal, they were fixing the problems elsewhere, whilst Falcons the entire time was just CM with a Weaver with a CM, Mag and a Hoodwink. Like it's just a very stable draft that can punish at all points of the game, right? And they will have to do some additional work. If they are to lose this game, PSG Quest, they will be playing the winner of Nigma versus Winter Bears, and we don't know the result of that one yet. They are still playing their 3rd game.
Yeah, the fact that it's gone to 3 games is kind of crazy.
And right now, it's a 7,000 gold lead in that game for Nigma, but Miracle just got picked off, so we're seeing some but mid lane also some
Yeah, KR is dead. As is often the case, unfortunately. It's very, very hard for Enchantress to survive. Still wants to get out and get stuff done on the map, you know, get a wave pushed in or so, but yeah, ends up being the one to tank it.
Tier 2000, there's no jungle for him to play, he's dead in top.
Oh, he's gone again. Crit and Skidder, just between the 2 of them, can take down this Meepo.
This feels kind of like an overthrow game right now.
As well, my god.
Falcons just keep respawning, killing, respawn, kill. Wait, they're not even dying, sorry, they're not respawning, but PSG Quest are respawning and then getting killed. There you go.
There you go.
It's 2 for 18 at the 18-minute mark. 9,000 gold. Snaking has been part of 11 kills. Maureen has been part of 13. Crit part of 11. Like, they are just
This is crazy.
breaking the map. The win rate has been held steady at 80%. I think Dota2 is being very polite right now.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. That's that's extremely polite and maybe wrong, but we'll see, I guess. I mean, you know, Meepo has been able to pick up a decent amount of money across the map despite his 4 deaths. Heading towards the negative scepter next.
This is the moment, right? If you're a PSG Quest fan, you got to really hope that they execute in the upcoming minutes. Aegis is soon complete on Meepo. Shiva's available on Timbersaw. You got a Blink Dagger soon on Batrider. BKB on Primal. There's 4 items I just mentioned that within 2 to 3 minutes will be online for PSG Quest. It's not going to feel great, but if they can sync up the usage of these items...
Primal gone again.
Okay, let's delay that BKB by an extra couple minutes, but still. Those 4 items that I mentioned, that's what PSG Quest are playing for, are waiting for. But they keep getting picked off.
Oh, another one as well.
Trying to get
this time it's going to be Malik. No chances of surviving through this one. The Wukong's command plus the freezing field. Way too much for him to survive through. Dude, so he just goes to the courier instead of carrying himself.
The ward. The courier's on top of the ward, so Snaking then killed the courier, stopped the vision, so you don't see the ward anymore. Rough.
But Meepo got his Aghanims, so...
Yeah, but we're still 500 gold away from a blink. 1100 now from the BKB. It's uncomfortable. This is a real uncomfortable game.
Squeaky time.
Falcons have put on a masterclass on how to shut out an opponent for sure. Like, this is just... It is devastating to play against.
Yeah. Yeah, unfortunately, these lanes just really didn't go well for them. Like, mid was just an absolute beat down. Top lane was not pleasant at all. Bottom was all right for a bit, but the Meepo did have like 1 or 2 mess ups where he ended up getting caught out as well. So, yeah. 20 minutes in, and they're looking at the Tormentor. They want to go for it. They're just waiting for Skidder to come help out. Skidder might even use time lapse here. Yep, why not? There's no other threats for him.
Yeah. He's got Gleipnir complete now. You've got Mjolnir on the Monkey King. Like, they are incredibly spooky. Oh, they actually have a Maelstrom, a Mjolnir, and a Gleipnir. They have all forms of the item. Hoodwink, Monkey King, and Weaver, and Maureen's Godlike.
Yeah, that'll happen. Get a free lane, you got a Magnus behind you as well, just run around the map doing what you want.
Alright, so Batrider just completed his blink. Okay, here it is. If we can see all the items of Radiant, this is the moment for PSG Quest. 21 minutes into the game, you are 15,000 gold behind, but BKB complete on Primal, Blink complete on the Batrider. This is your shot. They've smoked up. If you lose this fight, you're probably calling GG. But if you win this fight, you got to win 3 more to be confident. But still, it's a start. All right, they
step in the right direction. God damn it! Let's see what they can do.
Little step, but
it's a
they're
shuffle.
Smoked up.
Crit.
Oh, they found crit.
Okay, fine. Murder the squirrel. There you go.
Now reset.
Smoke again. I mean, it was an unstoppable streak, to be fair. Like that's a decent amount of chunk of cash.
And it went to Meepo as well. So progression to Disperser is starting to occur. They have to disengage. They can't get picked off whilst doing this. Tier 2000 has been scouted out.
Oh no, once again, the Meepo gets the Mega Meepo off though. But they're just going to keep on attacking him. They're just going to keep on trying to go through it. So now dig into the ground, come out the other side. Surely some help can come his way, and it can. Nicely done from the Primal Beast, but not going to be enough. Tier 2000, he is finally going to lose his life here. Amar with the Shockwave shard doing the work. Maureen getting low, getting very low indeed up. He's going to have to come out to save him, but save him in shell. Now he's back up to full health with those Jingus. Oh man. Noob doing his best, but his best is just not nearly good enough. 4 heroes dead on the side of Quest, 1 casualty on the side of Falcons. Poor old Snaking does take a fall, but
man, there just isn't any damage, right? The fact that you used the lasso to kill off the Hoodwink, seconds prior, then the fight continues and you don't have that big resource. If you have that available, you can maybe drag Malrine out of the Wukong.
5-man team wipe.
5-man team wipe, yeah. And also, we didn't really mention the swarm on top of the Meepo. Meepo then has to take time away from clicking to then kill off the bug on top of his Mega Meepo, and it just makes the fight a little bit more complicated for the Meepo to think about. And
yeah, it does.
Yeah, they're just
struggling.
struggling.
Has been caught out here, and yeah, this will be a kill going to tier 2000.
What? 1,300 gold? Okay.
Sheesh.
All right, if there ever was a time to reference something, if PSG Quest win this game, it's the kill streak on crit, and it's the big-ass gold amount that they've obtained from that Magnus.
Yep.
Disperser, hello, ring ring, you're available now?
Some high-value targets sitting on this map right now, but Kaori is going to be on the receiving end here. Malik also needs to get himself away. Although Noob is hanging around, Kaori with the buyback. They want to try and take this fight. Omar, they're taking so much damage. My God, they're just getting destroyed. Yeah, no Meepo in this engagement. I'm not sure what they're trying. They're a forced fight there for Quest, and they just all run into a blender.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
I'm speechless. Like, Meepo just got a big solo kill. Disperser was seconds away from his inventory, but then the rest of the team are taking a fight bot lane, trying to contest the Roshan area. It just getting a little bit disconnected, and Falcons will relish the opportunity to get a free Roshan.
Yeah, absolutely. Nice, easy Aegis gonna go into the mandibles of Skitter. Now he's got the chance to really go ham on this Weaver and not be worried about the consequences. I like his build as well, you know. You can tell this is a game where he's just not feeling pressured at all. Dragon Lance into Gleipnir, like not even worrying about the Link Spear until later on in the game. Okay.
Yeah, just Amar, RPing Omar. Thanks for playing.
Gotta do it. Up to the high ground we go. To be fair, without RP, you know, it's a fairly significant missing spell, and Batrider's going to be back very soon, but then we go with the drag back from Amar. Who needs Horn Toss when you've got Harpoon? It was really funny how they were like, oh, Horn Toss is way too good of a shot, let's take it out. And then they're like, well, let's add Harpoon to the game.
Yeah. Oh, they've grabbed the
They're
Monkey
going to try and
King,
go
but
for it
where's
here.
the
Lasso
damage?
comes out onto the Monkey King. Can they follow it up? TA2000 jumping upon him.
There
They
it
do
is.
take him down. That is so much money going to everybody on the side of Quest. But where's the follow-up? Skidder, he's looking for a bit of revenge here. The nets have come out from the Meepo. Meepo, be careful. He's getting very, very low. The Mega Meepo looking like he might fall. Dig comes out. They've got to try and save him here. And that's exactly what they're going to do. Kaori jumping into the sidelines here, but Skidder's just staying on top of him. Crit as well, dealing the damage. TA2000 needs some help, and he's not going to get it. He does fall, as does the Primal Beast on the side. And now some tips coming out onto Malik as well. Malik just comes straight back into the engagement. He's got to try and bring down Snaking here. Omar getting on top of him as well. They get the kill, but Malik falls immediately afterwards. Skidder, he's now the king of the fight, running around getting whoever he wants. The buyback's coming out thick and fast from Quest, but Omar's going to fall as well. Skidder now needs to leave, but he's got an Aegis. He should be right here regardless. And
Another streak,
15
maybe?
seconds, by the way, until RP. Jump in with the skewer. Amar might have just given his life to keep this Reaver alive. I think he did, though. That said, Skidder not leaving yet, that's for sure. But now with the Mega Meepo, there's not much to be done. Amar to the sidelines, can't quite get the TP out. RP comes out, blink across. TP, nicely done.
Oh, he does.
Oh,
That was clean. So clean.
say what you want about Amar. You can have your opinions on him, but you can't deny he's a damn good player.
He's a good lad, he is. 31,000 gold. It's like, there's not really much to say, right? Like, this is one of those rare
40-7.
games where like the game, everyone watching, they understand what's happening right now. One team got slapped in the face. They've got a Timbersaw that looks like a support. They got a Primal that's a BKB piercing stun, and that's about it. And then there's a Meepo, like, who's trying to do everything by himself, pretty much. It really does take Falcons to blunder some insane initiation to give PSG Quest entry, and they're smoked up. They found the Monkey King.
Yeah, but look at the damage that's coming down onto him immediately. I mean, Crit and Skidder are just able to rip through them right now. The Meepo getting very low. I mean, sure, they get Malrine, but Mega Meepo does come through. Malik, though, he's still vulnerable. Timber Chain away, but it's not going to be enough to keep him alive. And now they move across over towards the Meepos. Meepos dig.
Where did he go?
But
where is he? Surprise!
hooray. I don't think he wants to come out the ground, to be honest. If he had the option to stay in the ground, then he would take it. GG and XD. Well, XDs are called.
Yes, the XDs have been called. Maori with the XD close bracket into then X 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, no, 10 Ds. X 10.